Hello there and welcome back to another video blog, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about this music notation software I have, and that's how I complete the composition process. But before that, let me introduce you straight away to Adrian Lee, who is a good friend of mine. And Adrian is a guitarist in the Paraorchestra, and here he is to tell us a little bit about how the electric guitar works and what he can bring to the Paraorchestra.
So this is the electric guitar with my amplifier here and the pedal board down here. Now on the pedal board I've got a digital delay pedal, a volume pedal and a booster pedal. And the digital delay pedal is the one we'll talk about first, because that's the pedal that emulates the old tape delay effect, as used, I guess, originally by composers like Terry Riley and then subsequently by guitarists like Robert Fripp and people like that. And basically what the digital delay is, just it emulates that effect of the tape delay. It creates a kind of echo of the pitch of the sound that is played into. So it can create very sweet kind of ambient effects. And also we can use a volume pedal in conjunction with the delay pedal to kind of create a more sustained sound. So by using the volume pedal to take away some of the attack, to give us a swell, then this will carry on through the digital delay, which I've got following the volume pedal in the circuit, and it should create a very sustained sound. So you can hear that coming through And then we can add this booster pedal here to give us a little bit extra meat to the sound, and this should juice it up a little bit, and maybe give it a slightly more string sound as well. And then finally, I guess I should just sort of get back to the clean sound of the guitar, because of course that's very beautiful in itself and can really tickle the old eardrums. So let's just take a look at that, and you can hear how the sound of the electric guitar can be, even in its untreated form, can produce a really beautiful kind of sustained sound. So let's just hear a note. Two. I've been working on a kind of composition, on a kind of technique called campanella, where we're looking at basically using the sustained sound of the strings to kind of create a melodic harmonic effect, which I guess is similar to, you know, the Bach preludes and things like that. I'll just give a quick example. Where do I come from musically? Well, I started to play the guitar at the age of 10, and before that I had a few piano lessons. I immediately took to the guitar and studied at music college and then university. Became very interested in gamelan music at that particular time as well, so found my ensemble orchestral feet, if you like, with the Javanese gamelan. Started to work in theatre as well, and it was around about that time that I really I let the guitar go fallow for a while. I became much more interested in composition, working in theatre and later in TV. And I guess it's recently, since joining the Paraorchestra, that I've got the opportunity to bring all those elements together again and revisit the guitar. I've really sort of found my journey through music has been populated by fantastic discoveries, sometimes of, say, world music traditions, of popular music traditions. I'm particularly fond of improvised music traditions as well, you know, jazz, but also how improvisation works even with, say, within the Western classical tradition. So that now when I listen to Bach, I can go, wow, I can actually imagine what it must have been like. Just imagine what it must have been like to hear him improvise, for instance, at the keyboard. You see, with the Paraorchestra, we've got an opportunity here for the electric guitar to work with orchestral instruments, and that's an aspect of the project that I'm really enjoying, because I guess we don't often see or hear the electric guitar in that context. So for me, that's a real plus about working with the orchestra. I'm really looking forward to playing Lloyd's piece. What I imagine we'll do is it'll really challenge us in many different ways, but I know that Lloyd, knowing the players, is going to give us something interesting to play and something beautiful to play, but also it'll really challenge us as individuals and as a group, as an orchestra, to come up with some really great playing, but also really focused work. So, and I'm really looking forward to that challenge when it comes.
Thank you, Adrian. It's really great to hear from you, and thank you for giving up your time. And Adrian is just one of 30 fantastic Paraorchestra musicians playing in my piece. Now, I explained last time, didn't I, about the orchestra. Well, I explained about the process that happens at the piano, which is just writing down 2 lines of music, which don't actually tell you which instruments are playing which part or which notes, but it just gives you the basic harmonic outline and rhythmic outline. And then I mentioned something called the orchestration process, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about now. What happens is, after I've written this down, I bring this music to the computer and use music notation software called Sibelius, named after the famous Finnish composer. And this is a bit I've been working on this morning, so if I zoom in a little bit, here, there we go, you can see down the left hand side you have the names of the instruments playing each line of music. So at the top here, flutes 1 and 2, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, so that's in a little group at the top. And then if we come down the score, we've got horns, trumpets, trombones and tuba. Our brass section of the orchestra. We'll skip that bit for the second, and then at the bottom we've got the string instruments, the string section, and then in that middle portion we actually have the Paraorchestra parts, and in this particular section there are going to be 3: solo flute, solo horn in F, and solo trumpet in B flat. So the beauty of this software is that it saves an awful lot of time for a composer. Over here we have a keypad which gives you all of the various rhythmic possibilities. So we have, if I just click on there, crotchet, I can place any note anywhere I like on the staves. Obviously this is completely random and would sound pretty damn awful if I was to leave it like that, but I'm just demonstrating how easy it is to find the space in which you want to place any music. So let me just undo that. And then the other nice thing about this software is that it can then play back what you've done. Okay, so that sounds awful because it's only a representation of what it will eventually sound like. It has no timbral accuracy, basically. So it's a synthesized version of what we'll hear, and so while it's accurate in terms of pitch and rhythm, too accurate if anything, the actual quality of the sound you hear from the instruments are nothing like what they'll be in real life. And then after that, you can actually produce individual parts as well. So if I come up here and scroll down, I can go to violin 1, and then it will automatically produce, there we go, a violin part for me, which I can then print out. So it's a fantastic tool for the 21st century composer, which I will be using a lot of in the next 7 to 8 weeks as I finish this piece. Tune in again next time to see who else I'll be introducing you to from the Paraorchestra, and also please leave any questions in the comments and I will try and answer those too. Okay, see you soon. Thank you to Adrian Lee. This video blog was filmed and presented by Lloyd Coleman, edited and creatively supported by Ivan Riches, and produced by Trish Wheatley. The Sound of Disability is funded by the Arts Council of England. DAO Commissions, DisabilityArtsOnline.org.uk.